Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Coruscant Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seales, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Benders, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population U.
Yes.
Population double threat on this show. Two of our favorite comedians. Are you both comedians?
We're both comedians.
Both comedians.
Yes.
John and
Yes.
Kate, John.
Kate Berlant, John Early. You guys.
Although I want to reverse it. I don't know why I want it to be Kate Early and John Berlant. I think that
you can do that.
there's
Actually
something
sounds great.
that almost sounds better. I don't
I've
know
never
why, but I
heard
like
that.
what you guys have.
Kate
I
Early.
love John Berlant.
John Berlant.
John Berlant is huge.
Have you run it? Like, to me, John Berlant is someone who wrote a paper about the industry, and it's like, have you read the Berlant papers?
Yeah.
The John Berlant. I don't know why Kate.
This could be
couldn't have
our
read it.
version of Call Me By Your Name. Kate
Right,
Early,
yes.
John
right.
Berlant.
Call me by your last name.
Call Me By Your last name.
That's really what it becomes. I will get into this later as we talk about projects that you've done that we love, but I just watched both of your characters'
Thank you.
episodes on
Phenomenal.
On
She
the
thanked
old
you before
Netflix.
you gave your judgment on it. That's how confident she was.
Off screen, he did say
He did say he loved them.
Yes.
Off book, which I'm never off book, but in our conversations, I was off book. First time I was in just a regular conversation, and I love them both so much. Just what you guys created. First of all,
Run, don't walk to your nearest Netflix theater and watch them.
they are truly wonderful, and I mean, they sort of, in my opinion, are a culmination of all the stuff that you guys have been doing over the last couple of years. And I love seeing both of you in each other's.
Yes.
That was so fun. It's like, of course, that was going to happen. But I don't know, just brilliant and beautiful and sort of very evolved character stuff. And did you guys have a hand in saying, I want this to be the way that it is. I want this story to end right here and then come back later? Completely.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was like, I think, the only sort of rule of the entire series was just like, do whatever you want. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
But just beautiful, and we'll talk more about it later. I've already spoken too much about it.
Hey,
I
at the
love
beginning.
praise.
honestly, go on, please.
Oh, thank you so
Well,
much.
you guys are perfect for this because we encounter in this world, as we have all, damn it, Kirk, welcome, dude.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, buddy.
We encounter some of the craziest and worst people and just craziest characters that exist as real people in our country. And to have you guys here, because I do believe that you guys
understand characters.
and it's certainly terrible people in your characters, terrible and wonderful people. We're going to be able to dig into this, and I know we have stories.
Oh
and
my
Dan, let's
God.
jump
And I
in.
think one of the fun things like having you guys on too is when we're doing a character, you're always like, what is this person all about? Like, what is like the thing that they keep the nail that they keep getting hung up on.
What drives her?
When we do
or
these
him?
stories, to me, that's supposed like what put this person in this scenario.
We try and understand it.
You want to do one?
Yeah.
Before we do, I just want to mention this Friday. This drops on Tuesday, and then this
Yes.
Friday is the release of our first mini-sode.
Yeah, guys, look out for that.
So look out for that. We're starting to do
Kyle
that.
Ayers.
Yeah.
Will be
Super
will be
funny.
funny.
We
I
air
know.
the heirs papers.
Ooh.
All right, this was sent in by JB at Don't Step on a Duck. Just a good rule for life. And why be rude to a duck?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a farting reference.
Oh, well, don't
Right?
try to be kind about that too.
My
Someone
dad,
strike
used,
it.
my dad used to always say, like when he would fart as he was like reading the newspaper, he'd go, "Did you just step on a barking frog?"
I heard it was a
I heard barking spider. Yeah,
but-
barking spider was
You step on a barking
You
frog?
step on a barking frog.
Yeah, Dad, I did.
A West Virginia man charged with torching a strip club. He's already. You're gonna find out how much of a dick he is.
place was lit.
Told police that Jason Sklar
I'm sorry.
told police that he set the blaze because he did not want his girlfriend to continue working at the establishment.
That is one way to keep that from happening.
Yeah, you're also because you're a dick, dude. How about you communicate with the person that you're dating and you're like, I'll just burn it down.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a picture of this guy, and when you look at him, you're like, yeah, that guy sets fires. Look at this.
He is the fire starter.
Well, that's been modified. There's no way that hasn't been.
Is that a wig? I mean, you guys have definitely worked some great wigs before, but
That's
his
the
wig
guy
work
at Comic-Con who someone goes, he's been standing over there for too long.
Yeah.
Like
That is who I fear most on earth.
Yeah.
that guy?
Truly, no, absolutely. That
Why
is-
that guy?
If I were
Because
profiling,
that's the face of
because
like
that's the
all
face
mass
of like
shootings.
yeah, it's the face of the mass shooter. It's
I would walk up to him if I ever worked at any establishment, and I'd be like, "How you doing over here?" That'd be my and from a distance.
No, Dan,
Yeah.
you
Like
would
far-
say, "How are we doing over
How
here?"
we doing over here?
How
everything
are we
good?
doing?
He hasn't even answered yet, and I'm third and fourth. Everything good? You doing all right? How we doing here?
So he started dating a stripper, so part of him has to understand that this is what she did. Unless she was like an accountant and became a
You
stripper.
don't burn down there. You talk to somebody and be like, I don't know if this worked. You're allowed
This
to do whatever
wasn't
you
the
want
woman
with your
he
life.
started dating, perhaps. That's all
wouldn't
I'm
matter,
saying. Am I
yeah.
wrong to say that? And
He's
she's
a dumb
entitled?
person. According to police, ready for this name? He was born for greatness, guys. Creo Chance Bishop. That's his full
named after the rapper?
Creio. Is that Creo?
please don't come after me.
I know.
Chance the
You
Bishop.
won't. He won't. He's very passive aggressive. I guess he's aggressively passive about the way he deals with things, right? If you're setting a door to a strip club on fire. He yesterday attempted
Wait,
to
he
burn
set
down
the door on fire?
Guys, I don't always read these super well on details. He
only set
attempted to burn down JB's Gentleman Club in Huntington. For people who are playing along, the person who sent this in is JB at Don't Step on a Duck.
So this could be his
Strip
actual
club?
strip club.
And he was like, "Oh, I have my own dumb person." He never says that. He didn't tell me anything in the tweet.
Yeah.
The 3:30 a.m. fire damaged the club's front door, air conditioner, and surveillance camera, siding, and exterior wall. Investigators allege that Bishop watched the fire burn from across the street and even yelled at a passerby to mind his own business when the witness attempted to be dialing 911. So the guy goes across the street to a
watch
Walmart.
it go. To watch it go.
That's
up.
got to be a
That I
thing.
get.
That you
That
get.
you get.
You want to see your work,
Yeah,
Yeah.
your handiwork.
I was a pyro
Were you
Really?
when I was younger. Not like never to a really dangerous point.
You like burn a
but
cup?
I would set fires. Oh, I just remembered. I had a big trick in college. I would start small fires at parties.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I would
in the house?
So here's all my pyros out there. Coffee Mate is flammable.
Oh.
So I would go ahead
yeah.
and
Good
buy
note.
some powdered coffee,
told me
powdered
about
Coffee
this.
Mate. And what you do is it's an expert thing. You drizzle it through your hand, then you have a lighter underneath it, and
You're like
and
an
it creates
amateur
a
magician.
real-
You're like an
and so-
amateur
Loading
magician.
fire.
Yeah. And so I would go like at a party in Brooklyn where I was living. I would go out on the
also
balcony
lived
or the
there,
roof and then set fireballs off from the roof.
For
And the
like
party-
an audience?
Yeah, and the party below would go, whoa.
I love this.
And then I also did it in the stairwell at my dorm because similarly the shaft of the stairwell.
But how long does the fireball
They can get
last?
pretty. I mean, it's brief. It's like
Yeah.
whoosh, and then it's gone.
What did you
long?
hope to after you perform
Get a
that?
boyfriend.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because dudes love two things.
Yeah.
Chicks that can
magicians
burn,
and chicks that can burn stuff down.
Yeah. It
I
didn't
love
work.
this, Kate.
Yeah.
My house burned down when I was
It's
8
true.
years old.
This
This
is
is true.
true.
My house
Really?
burned down on
Christmas.
night.
Did someone try and burn a barking frog?
No.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, we'll never know. But no, it was an electrical fire on Christmas, and normally
Was it the tree?
No, but that's so common.
Isn't that so scary?
But it wasn't the tree. It was,
So your house burned down
So
on
Christmas Eve into Christmas or Christmas
Everyone's
night?
fine.
honey, I
no one
already
was
got
hurt.
my presents. It was Christmas night, and they're all gone now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Very good.
Where was everybody asleep?
Honey, I already got
Yeah,
my
my
present.
mom.
You're like, my whole family died.
Yeah. It's
But
just
I
me
got
now.
my presents.
By the way, Honey, I Already Got My Presents was the movie that Rick Moranis wanted to make. And maybe that's the thing that drove him out for so many years.
John,
that is crazy that your
crazy.
own house, that's terrible.
So you got like woken up and
Yeah, it
like
was
get
terrible.
out? Everybody run away?
My dad, my sister, and my mom were out of town. Thank God. Like we opened presents, and then they went to go see my grandmother, and then my dad and I stayed back. I went to bed, and then he woke me up at like 2 a.m. and was like,
We gotta go.
Well, and he also like he didn't even say anything. He just like got me out of bed and
Wow.
and I wasn't wearing underwear. Okay,
Understand?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
And
fine.
that's why you're gay.
And that's-
Because that was
and
the
that's good,
first.
yeah.
That was.
Oh.
That turned you?
Yes, that moment.
I'm not even
And
going
now
to
I
make
can
a
only
flaming
come
joke.
when there's
In a
fire.
night shirt. Yeah. Below the knee. It has to be below the
Below
knee.
the knee.
I miss wearing.
Were you
night
wearing
shirts.
I
like
wear
a-
night shirts, like as you know, constantly.
You're still
should
rocking
know.
the nightshirt game?
Yeah.
My kids do. Were you wearing like one of those night cap? Like to me, the night cap
Yeah.
with the
Full
ball on it.
regalia.
Yeah. Oh, I was wearing a night shirt, no underwear, and then he picked me up and like put my head under his bathrobe because there was
wow.
smoke.
Yes.
And like ran out,
Oh,
and then he like,
Daddy.
and then he.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable.
It's amazing.
Dad. That's
And
a
then
great
he like,
dad.
and then he knocked on our neighbor's door because it was an electrical fire. The phones weren't working, and then he was like, "Please call 911. Our house is burning down." And then I had this terrible fear of being kidnapped for like the next year.
It's so sad.
But I was like, and I never put 2 and 2 together,
Right.
obviously, because I was 8.
Yeah.
But I just had this like paralyzing fear of being kidnapped by. Literally, I would have dreams where I was being kidnapped by members of my family. Wow.
Well, because when you
you
got
were
scooped up
yanked
and
out.
ran
Yeah.
out, you were still
Yeah,
waking
just-
up and processing what was happening.
You were
so
being
the
taken
trauma
from bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you woken up very quickly recently?
Yes.
Just like literally, alarm goes off for whatever reason, and you get up really quickly.
Yeah.
That to me, I guess
Two
the older
days
I
ago
get,
did it.
the more I am disoriented
Oh,
for
yeah.
longer.
Totally.
Like it'll be like 20 minutes, and I'm like, where am I? What am I doing right now?
Yeah.
I
it's the
get
worst.
so I was realizing this. I get so scared. Like, well, like the other night because it's raining in Los Angeles here, which is very
Yes,
unusual.
very
and I
strange.
woke up to the sound of rain on the skylight in my bathroom. Not to brag.
Sure.
So you're on your
And-
bathroom floor, passed out. After lighting
brag.
several
But I
fires.
woke up
In
and
a
I was
pool of my
like
own vomit, not to brag.
to the sound of the pitter pattering.
Yeah.
And I got out of bed. I like rose and like tiptoed, and I was like, and it's an animal. I was like, it has to be an animal
Yeah.
in my attic. But then I was like,
Raccoons.
what the fuck? And it was rain.
Yeah.
It was just rain.
So you know you've been having a drought.
Yeah.
When you hear rain and you think they're home invasion.
Yeah.
Somebody's
there can
coming
be.
for me.
Yeah.
If you've ever gotten out of bed, you might be in a drought.
I sleep with the windows open, and I
Oh,
heard
wow,
a
very French.
bird in the morning. Yep, I like to pretend like our whole house is a sleeping porch, and I heard a bird in the morning, like just making a bunch of noise, and I was like, in a half sleep, half awake, I said, "Please turn that cell phone off."
Really?
You knew you were saying it. All right, so this guy watches a strip club door burn from a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, and then yells at a person walking by who calls 911. So imagine that he's
Mind
like,
your own damn
he's like,
business.
No, let it go. This is not your
It's
fight.
supposed to be happening.
Sir, there's a fire. I'm
He's-
calling. It ain't for you, though. Like, he's yelling at a person trying to do good.
I imagine that he's like in the doorway of like a Cricket Wireless, and he's yelling at people,
Yes.
right?
Totally.
I mean that's normal for a Cricket Wireless.
Yeah, he works there, or used to work there. Investigators allege that Creo Chance Bishop, CCB, if you're nasty, watched the fire burn from across the street and even yelled at the pastor. He was then the passerby was subsequently apprehended in the parking lot of the Walmart across from the strip club. He never left the Walmart.
he watched it.
If you have created a crime scene and responders are called to that crime scene and you're there, leave.
Yeah.
We're not telling people
Yeah.
to do crime. But
No,
course
but
not.
if you
do,
were to.
get out.
I'd say if you wait in a Walmart parking lot long enough, you're gonna get caught for something.
Because a lot of
I
stuff
actually
happens
think that's the way to not get caught is to
Is to
stay
be like,
there. To
Stay
be-
close by and
Be
act.
like,
What's
that?
going on?
That's the way you
Cup
do
of
it.
coffee.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Go try to help. Go up to the cop. What's going on here, buddy?
They
Is there anything I can do?
They say in a lot of arsons, like cousins of firemen, but they say in a lot of arsons that the person who did it is almost always there. Because
They
they
wanna
want to
see
see
it.
it burn, and then they want to see the guys try to put it out.
I know this wasn't in the movie Backdraft, but I just in my brain assumed that Donald Sutherland is around every fire, and he's like, "What's going on here?" With like
So
a
good.
toothpick in
Yes.
his
I
mouth.
never saw Backdraft.
I've also never seen
We're
Backdraft.
very
Wow.
young.
You guys are
Just
young.
turned
Very young.
16.
It's still available. But I It's do still love
okay.
Donald
It's okay.
Sutherland.
It's available on Laserdisc.
Oh, great.
You guys should be able
I
to-
accidentally bought laser discs. Okay, cue the gifts.
All right.
I accidentally bought laser discs in high school thinking they were records.
Oh, me too. I bought.
I was like, Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, put 'em
Okay.
on,
This thing looks
and then put
that
them on the record
looks
player
dope.
and ruin the needle
Yeah.
and the disc.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
I won't side trail this too much, but since it was mentioned, did anybody watch Donald Sutherland on 60 Minutes?
No.
Oh,
No.
it is amazing.
Recent?
He talks so vulnerably and openly about his career and his life and how it's hard to go through life as an unattractive person, is what he says.
But he's
And
so
I
hot.
agree. He said
What's
when
he
he was a
talking
young
about?
boy, he went and he asked his mother, he goes, "Mother, am I ugly?" And she looked at him and walked out of the room. And he ran to his bedroom and cried his eyes out.
And that'll.
What
You know
a
what? That,
bitch.
no,
I
that's
agree. But I'm
good.
saying
She
that
did not
interview-
say no.
It's good
Yeah.
restraint
That
on the
interview
parent.
is so
Shouldn't say
amazing.
yes.
I don't want to side trail to it, but everybody should go watch it. And
We see his ass in Animal House.
Oh, it's wonderful. He gets
Donald
that cereal.
Sutherland?
When he starts dating what's his
Again,
name?
you guys got to get on Laserdisc.
24,
Laser
right?
dick.
That's what we're talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about 24. Yes. Talking about Lost
48.
Boys?
I don't know a lot.
That's Kiefer. That's Kiefer. That's his son.
Here's Kiefer.
Donald,
Of
sit down.
course, apologies to the group.
Here's my question. We're back to the story. You got a strip club across the street from
Yes.
Walmart. Which you're from the South. Which
Yeah.
came first? Did the Walmart go up around the strip club, thinking like we could get some of this business, or did the strip club go up just so that dudes had something to do while their wives were at Walmart?
It is the latter.
Right?
The Walmart. Wait. No, I'm confused.
Yeah, the Walmart came
The
after.
Walmart.
Walmart came up after the strip club.
No. Well, interesting. Yeah, I think the Walmart came after the strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Staples Center comes downtown, and then all these restaurants kind of come
The
around it.
bistros follow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we're now going to build this whole village around this whole area that's
Yeah.
right here. Strip club came up and is like, well, there are people coming by here. We might as
Yeah.
well. They need
They're gonna need toilet paper.
Yeah.
they're going to need golf balls. Just put in the old
They're
Walmart.
gonna need weapon like
They're going to need a place to watch the strip club burn from.
They're
Right?
gonna need lighter fluid and they're gonna need sunglasses.
No injuries occurred in the fire, which did minimal damage to the strip club's exterior. So Chance
Great.
Bishop can't even get that right.
Look,
so he
so
can't communicate and he can't burn anything.
Let me
down.
say this. If you own a strip club, you know the mental state of most of the people working there. From the top down, you know there will be people connected to those people who are there who may try and do. Will you try and build the strip club to understand that this will probably be someone's going to try and burn this place down?
Eventually,
Do you
think?
sort of factor that in as you're building a strip club?
You get all
Did that
your
happen in The Sopranos?
the bottom.
I
end.
haven't seen it yet.
The
You haven't
Bada
seen
Bing?
Sopranos.
I don't
I
think
haven't,
so.
and I'm about to.
Sopranos?
You should.
Oh,
You
it's
call it
really good.
Sopranos?
Oh my god! You don't call it Sopranos.
Did I say Sopranos?
Sopranos.
No, you just- now you did.
just did.
Originally?
I don't think so.
Sopranos.
You said Sopranos.
We'll run it back.
Rewind the
Yeah,
tape.
we'll run it back.
Run it back.
Upon his arrest, Bishop reportedly revealed that a personal motive for the blaze was he wanted it to force the closure of JB's as a way of keeping his girlfriend, Michaela, from continuing to perform there.
It's the only strip club in town.
Michaela, you don't need this jerk. After being detained, Bishop, quote, excitedly stated that he was tired of his girlfriend working at JB's, so he set it on fire. That's twice they've mentioned in the article, which means I think he also wanted to get caught because he wouldn't leave Walmart and then wouldn't shut up about it. Like, we get it, man. You set it on fire.
Well, it's
Yeah.
already it's fundamentally a very dramatic move. Like it's very
Yes.
theatrical. It's
Yes.
not so. Of course, he stuck around.
Of course.
I don't think it
course.
really came from a real
He also thinks he's right.
practical place.
He thinks he's right.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm keeping her from doing this, guys. Right? Who's got my back here?
You know who I don't like in this story? Jim Reed. Jim Reed, the club's manager, told WSAZ, a reporter for
Home
them,
of the buzzard.
that if the guy makes bail, that'd be Bishop, he could not risk we're keeping Michaela as a dancer because he might do this again and it could be worse next time. don't punish
Okay.
her
punishing
because
the
she has an
victim.
idiot boyfriend who
Wait,
can't.
how did he punish her?
He's saying he's
Fire-
going to like let her
fired
go.
her.
She can't dance there anymore because
What
it's
if
a liability.
Bishop comes back and tries to set on fire again? I'm like, can we
I
not
know.
cater to people
You just
who have
rewarded
not
the guy. You rewarded he won.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Wow.
screw off. We're going to build this out of brick, and you're never going to burn it down.
She's never going to not be dancing.
As Gail's girlfriend said on the Golden Globes,
Oh,
time's up.
Yeah. Yes.
Time is up. Time is up for that behavior.
Yeah. Charged with second-degree arson.
That's the way I refer to her.
Bishop is being held in lieu of a $10,000 bail.
So he only
dumb.
has to come up with 1,000. Isn't it 10% of that?
If you get a bail bondsman.
Okay.
I wouldn't give it to him, though. I would say, no, just go in. You're a jerk. And
He's a threat to society, and he scares Kate very much.
Yeah.
This is the
terrified.
face.
Like
this
we
is the
showed
Wish him the best.
face. I mean, she likes him. Do not come anywhere near her.
Yeah. No.
Not on my watch. All right, that's story one, guys.
Jesus Christ. I'm a little terrified by that behavior.
Don't be. Wait till you hear story two. It's all going to be fun and
What
laughs.
story 2? Give me a tease. Something tiny.
I could read you the headline.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's hear it.
Woman gets engaged to 90-year-old chandelier.
I'm in. I'm so in.
Oh yeah, you know
I
what? I
saw
think
this
I've
being
seen
passed
this.
around.
Okay.
I love objectum sexualis. Or
There you
whatever
go.
it's
Yes,
called.
that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Objective
We're going to hear
sexuality.
all about it.
I can't wait.
I get it.
Well, let's
Oh,
take a break.
yeah.
Should we take a break?
Yeah.
Let's take a
Take a
break,
break.
and then we'll come back and we'll hear
Where
about
are we
this.
gonna go?
We're just, well, that's
Pasta corner?
the magic of podcast.
Sugarfish?
Sugarfish.
I
All
saw a
right.
Parmesan wheel out front.
You want us to grade off of it? Let's grade it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back with more Dumpy Town right after this.
Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying connected and productive? And then there's your newest coworker, the cat. Well, your friends at Trello have been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Trello keeps everyone organized and on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Teams of all shapes and sizes at companies like Google, Fender, Costco, and likely your favorite neighborhood coffee shop all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
Wasn't that great,
whoa,
you guys?
That was fun.
I'm
We
full.
did so much. I'm so full.
No, don't eat on.
Excuse
Don't
me.
eat on the mic. Don't chew on mic.
I wanted to tell the two of you, I think it's from 555, the so simple, perfect scene of, I believe you guys are like laying in a bed trying to
Yes.
exchange phone numbers.
Yeah.
Oh my
She's
God,
trying
that
to
is
give me
perfect.
the number of
Kate,
a Molly dealer.
that what you're playing that out is phenomenal. Like it's one of those things
Thank
where you're
you.
like, this is so simply done and so good. I loved
my
that
God,
show. I love
bless
what you
you.
guys
Thank
did
you
with
so
it.
much.
Yeah.
Still available for download.
On
Vimeo.com
There you go.
/555.
spelled out, not the numbers. It's $3.99.
Look at that.
Do it, everybody.
Yeah.
It's great. Sketch show. that
When you guys
did,
put
I
together a
saw.
sketch like that, is that one of those things where you're just like, what if we just play out this beat and see where that goes?
Yeah.
It came out of an improv.
And that was improvised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Most of that series is improvised.
Nice.
That's so fun.
Is that how you guys write? Just or does somebody come with
We
an
now
idea?
write.
We now properly write, and
Right.
we are loving it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, someone comes with the germ of an idea, and then you both start riffing, or you're like,
we
this
wrote
is
the
what-
idea.
Yeah.
Or like we'll be like, oh, this will be funny, and then
Yeah.
just like riff. But yeah, 555, we could have been more scripted.
Oh, honey. Yeah. We really definitely could have. But it was... That was the goal originally, was for it to be an improvised series.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
we realized while we were doing it, we're like, would have helped to
Yeah.
nail some stuff down.
And
I think it's
that
great. People should
thought,
check
the
it out.
crazy thing is that thought was improvised.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That could have helped. Came
Yeah.
out of an
Yeah,
improv.
yeah.
Are you guys
And
want to do a
Yeah.
second
This
story?
is heavily scripted.
This
No,
is
no,
this show that
entirely.
we're doing right now. We're
Yeah.
all
Yes.
Yeah.
thank you
Always.
guys for taking the scripts, internalizing them, making them.
Thank you
up
guys
as a
for
show.
being
Of
there for at the
course.
table read,
It
which
takes
is
us
again was
6
not
weeks
required
to do an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Sent in by Mark Dunlap at Mark Dunlap, MARC, like the fashion designer.
Mark.
D-U-N L-A-P.
Malk.
A British woman plans to marry a chandelier she bought online and admits she's hooked on, quote, kisses and cuddles with the dusty antique.
Is
Amanda,
that objectification?
And does this count as online
Literal.
dating?
yes.
Like,
That's
had
how
she
they
gone-
met.
Had she walked? Like,
That's
what
how
happened
they
in the
met.
olden days when you walked into an antique store, saw a chandelier that you loved, and then married it?
Yeah,
Like,
I
now
know.
you
Now
got to
it's
look
online.
online. It's
I
like,
know.
How big
first
is
of all,
this
the
thing?
chandelier makes it seem like it's much bigger online. And then
Yeah.
you get it, and you're like, it's really?
Amanda Liberty, that's her name,
No, it's
isn't phased by the
It's
whopping
not.
57-year-old age gap between her and the tarnished light fitting,
So sweet.
who she's dubbed Lumiere.
Oh.
Yes.
I hate the
Oh, no, I'm
Lumiere.
sorry. I read it wrong. Lumiere.
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 Oh, so she actually
sleep
thinks.
medication.
Yes.
Yeah, this is
Lumiere.
Speaking-
Symptoms range. Yeah.
Ask your doctor.
If
Yeah.
Lumiere is right for you. Speaking of her wife to be, she spent money
Okay,
shipping.
now I'm on board.
Yeah.
Yep, shipping over from Europe in 2016 the chandelier, and as soon as she saw Lumiere on eBay, I knew immediately that she was the one for me, and it was love at first sight.
Lumiere is the name of the
I
candle
know.
in
Oh, yes.
Beauty and the Beast.
Sometimes in Dumb People Town, we're just glorifying our characters, and today we're meeting a great one. I'm going to ask you guys, how much money do you think she spent on Lumiere?
5,700.
$5,700.
He knows.
Yes.
You didn't even. That you didn't
That's
even
my guess.
flinch.
My
Okay.
guess.
$5,700.
You have a chance. John, you can pick any place you want to go. You can go last. You can go in between.
You can make us guess first if you
whatever you
want
want to do.
I'm going to guess now.
Okay.
Of course you are.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
$197.
Oh, okay.
What?
And you said $5,700.
I'm going to show you guys a picture if you want to change Kate.
Okay.
Okay. I want everybody to be fair.
Okay.
Look at her.
Oh.
Loving
She's cute.
her chandelier.
I like her
Like
glasses.
Patricia Clarkson plays her in the movie.
She's one of my
about her
new
life.
favorite
Right.
characters in Dumb People Town. You guys are going to find out why soon. Do you want to change your guess at all? Or does that still look possibly like a 50?
1,500.
1,500 from Kate.
Okay.
100
Still
and-
197?
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
know.
Okay. All right. Jason or Randy?
I'm going to say 750.
750.
750.
And that was exactly what I was going to say.
Wow. That's not
You can
true.
stick with it if you want.
I'm going to really make this hard on myself and say 749.
Okay. Here we go.
But you don't have to go over. I mean, I'm just.
In order to buy the chandelier off eBay and have it shipped to her,
Oh. I wasn't including shipping.
Yo, you were including.
Do you wanna
shipping.
bump
wanna
yours up a
yours
little?
Including
skosh?
shipping.
Yes.
Yeah. What, you got it from London?
Yeah.
$450.
Okay.
450.
So the shipping more than the chandelier.
one
Let's
of
just
you
get
in
that
this
straight.
room is within $50 of what she spent.
Why did
Oh.
She spent $500.
Oh!
Look at that shipping cost.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You better work.
She was based in Germany, and although I knew it would be tricky to get her home, I knew I needed to find a way to make her mine.
Is it
I
bad
feel
that
like Casey Kasem reading a letter.
Whoa.
Wait,
To make her mine.
did he die?
Coming in at number 4.
I think he died.
Coming in at number 4, it's Wind Beneath My Wings.
To make her die.
I think he disappeared after 9/11. I mean, you know
He literally
he's Arabic.
disappeared.
Yeah,
There
no,
was
he
a-
passed away. There was a long battle
There
with
was
his
an-
estate and his wife.
The
There was
estate battle with his children was terrible.
Oh, no.
Someone, they all fought
and they
over
read
who-
it. They read the letter, and it was like,
Coming in at number 1, getting a bulk of my estate.
quote, I couldn't stop thinking about her and how beautiful she was, says Amanda Liberty. She's such a beautiful shape, and I could feel really amazing energy coming from her.
It's great.
Amanda Liberty does sound like a drag queen, like a good drag queen name.
Oh, great one.
Like maybe all like dressed like the Statue of Liberty or singing patriotic
I
stuff.
would have called, and we have a friend, Suzanne Weber, who did poetry and comedy under the name Anita Liberty. But if Anita Liberty was a drag, like you just sang Anita Baker songs.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I have an announcement. I think I saw this article, and I think her last name is Liberty because she married the Statue of Liberty.
Here we go. We're going to get into it. After winning the online auction for Lumiere, you guys just acted like a Maury audience.
Like someone just revealed the contents
Amanda,
of the manila envelope.
You
to
are
me.
not the father.
Liberty patiently waited for her to turn up at her Leeds home, turning to her other chandeliers. Do you guys want to guess how many chandeliers she has?
4.
4 from Kate. Anybody else?
That's some
is.
Salt Lake
If she
City
had-
shit.
Turning to her other chandeliers, it's got to be at least 7.
7?
She's got.
Right.
You said 4?
Mm-hmm.
I think she's got 10.
10 from Randy?
22.
22? Turning to her 24 other chandeliers. John is 2 for 2.
You're a wizard.
Thank you.
You're a wizard.
Listen to this. Turning to her 24 other chandeliers who she claims she was in a, quote, open relationship with before meeting Lumiere.
Sure.
That is a
Baby, you don't understand. It was open. No, it's all you
That
now.
is a lighting orgy.
Anytime someone comes to another person and says, would you be into having an open relationship, and they've already been having other, that person's involved with someone else. That is
You're trying to sell that to your partner.
You're post-selling a pre-sale thing.
She said, after buying the chandelier, I patiently waited for her to be imported to the UK, and after 6 days of waiting, she was finally in my arms. She has been disassembled for her own safety, but once I put all her pieces together and she settled into her new home, our relationship just went from strength to strength. I've never heard that expression in my life. We're going strength to strength.
Strength to strength.
We're going strength
I don't like
to
that.
strength.
By the way, that is how Angela Bassett lives her life.
Oh, hell yeah.
Strength to strength.
A friend of mine actually named her Lumiere because of the film Beauty and the Beast. I have an issue with that because Lumiere
Was a male character.
I know, and I'm not trying to
Was the
gender assign
candle?
anything.
Candle.
I've been told I look like the candle.
What?
You look at the candle and
You
wait
can
a
do.
minute.
You
That
don't.
was actually
you,
really
yeah,
good.
when you
Yeah.
You can't see what she's doing right now, but your
She
head
is.
is literally on fire. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
the Beauty and the Beast, where this candlestick comes alive. Last Valentine's Day, I proposed to her to signify our long-lasting love. I hope at some point we will have a commitment ceremony. I haven't been engaged before, so it's new and exciting. So she's saying
She's
she has
bumping it
not
up
been able-
a notch.
Yeah.
Perhaps due to Lumiere's age, Amanda doesn't take her to bed every night, preferring to snuggle up with another of her fancy light shades called Jewel under the covers.
not
Poor
former
Jewel,
homeless
honestly.
singer.
Do you think if you took this woman to Lamps Plus, her head would explode?
Is that's
For
Jewel?
the article, she got into bed with Jewel and showed how they cuddled to sleep at night.
I see
That was
nothing
Amanda
wrong
Liberty.
with what's going on right now.
Hey, we just love her. I
It's
love
a
that she's in
victimless
town.
crime, as far as I'm concerned.
There's no crime.
I feel like also it's like, oh, maybe she's intensely psychic and like the spirits of the people who had the chandeliers
What
in their
if?
homes
Coming through.
They're like
have
horcruxes.
attached to the chandelier.
She's got horcruxes in her house.
She is like looking at life through the dimension of some object that had been in other people's
Yeah.
lives. All right.
Liberty said, none of my chandeliers are jealous of each other. They understand that I love them all for different personalities.
She sounds very controlling.
I will say this: a chandelier don't talk back.
She said, for example, I love kissing and cuddling Lumiere, but I sleep with Jewel every night as she is portable and very nice to cuddle. I've always loved the look of chandeliers, and when I saw my first chandelier, Luna, it was love at first sight. You can't control who you fall in love
I
with,
love
and
this
things
woman.
just went from there. Kudos to her. I spend my spare time restoring old and broken chandeliers to their former glory, which I really enjoy, as I can tell they enjoy the attention that they receive. My dream job would be to work in public buildings such as Buckingham Palace, looking after the grand chandeliers that they have there. I don't know if that's good because
Keep
she's
dreaming, sweetheart.
Yeah, exactly. Old and broken are two words I'd use to describe you.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I'm kidding. I love it.
at Sklar Brothers.
No.
Oh, come on.
But
There's
it
only
hasn't-
one of us.
But it hasn't always been a light touch that Liberty has craved. As an, and you called this, Kate, objectum sexual, someone who is sexually attracted to inanimate objects, all sorts of bits and bobs have caught her eye. Her first relationship was with a drum kit when she was
I
just
get that.
14.
Yeah.
She,
You get that.
Yeah.
following along at home, John is now on board. But
That
she
was
grew
the
older.
first time he perked up.
Her
the whole
taste
story.
developed, and she soon had her eyes on bigger sights. Liberty fell in love with the Statue of Liberty, who she affectionately calls Libby, and has traveled to the U.S. 6 times to gaze longingly at the 305-foot tall monument. In 2010, she changed her surname by deed poll to Liberty to show her commitment to the 142-year-old statue. You're
mean-
on this, Kate Berlant.
There's a great you can YouTube. There's a BBC series on objective
About-
sexuality.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing. And there's one woman, she's in love with the Eiffel Tower, and the camera crews follow her to the Eiffel Tower, and she like takes off her underwear and like sits on like one of the beams.
Girl.
And it's,
Is it like is it like seeing like a child who like can't hear and then hears for the first time?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
She
one of
takes-
those
it's great.
videos.
She's
I
like,
thought you were going to say she takes off her underwear and then John's dad comes in and swoops.
And carriers to the monument next door. Call the police.
She's
The Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower is being.
I love that we're laughing about the most traumatic event
sorry,
in his
John.
life.
I was fine.
Okay.
I'm
it's
fine.
why he turned to comedy.
Exactly.
Look, we make
Like a house on fire.
However, Liberty struggled to have a long-distance relationship.
I think
with
it's
the
hard,
Statue
and
of
also
Liberty.
we're not underestimating the fact that the Statue of Liberty is a French woman.
Well,
like they're difficult
A
people.
lot of barriers.
She has an 8-foot-long face, and she turned to chandeliers for
So
comfort.
do I.
Look,
Hell, we make it work.
It does. You do get to say why the 8-foot-long face whenever things are not going well.
also, I think more people have been inside the Statue of Liberty than you. I'm just going to say that and
Yeah.
guess.
Not me. I can be
I have
whoever
been
I
inside-
want to be with.
We've been inside the statue. I remember we went.
I've never been inside.
First
we
time we
went-
were in New York, because we grew up in St. Louis. First time we were in New York was we were 21, right?
18
maybe. I can't remember. But we climbed up the elevator was not working, so we climbed up the steps of the Statue of Liberty,
my God.
all of the flights of stairs. And it was a bit of a spiral staircase as you go up. You are going up for so long. You are just going up and going up and going up and going up, and then you get to the top in the crown, and literally
because there's people behind you.
there is nowhere to stand. You just get up to the top, and as you're at the top, you just start going back down.
No.
There was no time to enjoy it.
What
more
a
of a
nightmare.
pass-through.
It was a nightmare.
And now they don't let people in.
They don't.
Yeah,
Of
I
course
think that's
not.
true, right?
Sucks. I really, really want to go inside.
I kind of want to too.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Being inside was cool, just the way that we had to experience it was not. But like being inside of it was actually awesome.
Let me ask
Under
the
the
Sklars,
robe.
though.
Is it like actually? Do you see the shape of it?
Yeah,
Or
you
is it
see
just-
like the robe, all of it.
I wanna
It's
see
Really?
that.
From the
Oh, so
inside.
fun.
Let me
Have
ask
them
the
open
Sklars.
Can we Can we get them to open it, you
Yeah.
guys?
Let me ask the Sklars this.
We'll call.
Okay.
Do you think that I would be able to make it? Because we tried to go inside another monument.
No. So we went to, and we were in St.
I'm not
Louis
afraid to admit
recently
this about
in
myself.
December,
You can
and
make
we
fun
were.
of me.
This was great. We went up to the Arch. St. Louis Arch has the 630.
And I
feet
thought
tall.
it was like an elevator.
630 feet tall, 635 on Tinder. You know, you
You always got to lie just a little
bit.
bit taller.
And so
The
we
woman
go-
who was taking us in said that it was a gateway monument. I don't think she meant to say that.
she meant that it was the gateway to the west.
Yeah,
but we're like,
yeah.
it's a gateway monument.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
once you.
Yeah,
Here, you're
next
like
thing
in
you
a-
know, you're naked, waking up like in the Space Needle.
Yeah.
Like, how did I get here? But you get into this tiny egg.
I thought it was an elevator. I thought we were getting into an elevator. I'm like, I can handle an elevator.
It's an egg with like seats, maybe 5 seats around, so one in the center and
It
then
is a
two on either side.
capsule.
It is a capsule.
No, but it's
and
a
then you-
Saarinen. It was designed by S.O. Saarinen.
Aero Saarinen.
Aero Saarinen.
And so you kind of go up the side of the arch.
And, you,
and
let me say
Dan
this.
got
Hold on.
in the
we
elevator.
get tickets. You go through like almost a TSA level checkpoint to get into the monument. We get our tickets. We wait in line. We wait in line for like 10, 15 minutes. Then they take you to another place and we watch 2 like mini movies that are projected on screens and people are taking pictures of movies. It's a drawn out process. Then we wait down another aisle and you stand in front of your designated capsule place where you're supposed to go. I'm still thinking this is an elevator. I get claustrophobic, but an elevator, I've seen enough. I've watched Die Hard enough. Like I can get out the top if I have to get out. And so we get in. They open up these little deals. We walk
go
in,
in to
and
sit
you
in.
are inside a marshmallow. It is like a
tiny.
white little like egg thing. And we sit down, and
I'll
look
tell you
all around.
exactly what you said. I know my limits. And he just walked right
I
out.
go, I'm out. And they're like, Dan, come back. I'm like, guys,
I know
I
who
know
I
my
am.
lim-
I know
Yeah.
who I am.
knowing
Good for
that
you.
I would
It
just
became a Helen
Now,
Reddy song.
If it was like, I could have forced myself to do that, but I would have spent the entire thing talking myself out of a panic attack
Yeah. Oh my
and been like,
God.
well, I did it, and I avoided a panic attack that I didn't even need to try to engage with. And so I just
I've done that numerous times. Your panic about it made me panicky throughout the whole thing.
I'm
and then
sorry.
when I was up there, I was like,
Very acutely aware of.
I was acutely aware that there was nothing underneath me. So we're in the middle of the arch, like at the top, 630 feet high. And I'm like,
You know.
you just know that there's nothing under in a
You-
building.
right.
You're like, there's a bunch.
and
if
there's
I
no
fall
way
on the
out.
floor, I'm
So
fine.
like if it malfunctioned until they get up there to then lower you back down, you're not getting out of the thing. And so I was like, I can't. Yes, I could do it if I needed
Your
to
anxiety
do it.
rubbed off on us.
So then I went and watched the old movie again, and it was great.
The Eiffel Tower scares the shit out of me.
I watched a little 4-year-old kid
Glass
get
elevator
stuck
up.
in a chair. It was beautiful.
I haven't done that.
Glass elevator.
Monuments for me, who cares? You know, I just
Yeah.
don't. It's not my.
Is that your thing?
No.
I like
no.
national parks.
Yeah.
And I know that
I
falls
like
under
national
national park, but like I'll go to Monument Valley.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
the Washington Monument doesn't
Oh,
do it
look
for
at the Eiffel
Statue
Tower.
of Liberty, I just think is fun. Like as as far as monuments go, it's like got a lot of character, and it's like
Statue of Liberty.
yeah. It's not so like
Oh.
well, it's just
Yeah.
it's
feminine.
a woman. I think
Yeah,
that is
feminine.
a-
It's a woman.
Yeah.
Can I go back a little bit and
Sure.
ask you, Kate, if the
I'm
BBC sorry guys.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
BBC thing is like the TLC one? Like is it
Oh.
kind of
No,
dinky? It's like
much
good.
better.
Okay.
Really? I want
My
to
secret
I was disappointed
obsession
by that.
Like that.
Yeah,
I like
no,
to
yeah.
eat laundry detergent.
Yes.
That's like
or like
one
the
of
guy who like had sex with his car.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
he's that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
was like so ready for that, and it was very
The
disappointing.
BBC one is better.
Okay.
Because, but maybe only because they have an accent and that somehow projects like something
intelligence.
onto it.
It's more legitimate.
More
Like
newsworthy.
if I heard this woman talking about her relationships with her 24 chandeliers,
Right.
I'd
Right.
probably be like, maybe there's
And
something
in a
to
British
that.
accent.
Quaint. It feels quaint.
And then if you heard in like a southern accent, like with like, you know, like
Yeah, you'd be
I
like,
get
"Trash."
in that
Yeah.
bed every night with that chandelier. We roll around.
Get all the jewel. Nope.
Well, her living room,
Right.
Liberty's living room, is adorned with memorabilia dedicated to the monuments. She says she still loves Libby, but the long distance was too hard. You know
get
what?
it.
I get it too. No matter what the relationship, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Me too.
Have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
hard.
hard.
Shit.
2 years I did
Kinda.
it. I did it for 2 years. And I was
Wow.
like, can't. Sorry.
I did it for
Liberty
a
said,
year.
No.
1 year.
people.
Too hard.
I mean, now you can Skype the Statue of Liberty. I mean, there
never
is a
really done it.
FaceTime scenario,
FaceTime.
but still.
Randy.
It's
In the
not-
torch.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
in the torch.
Liberty said people
Wait,
often.
are you talking to me from Ellis Island right now? What is happening?
Liberty said people often can't understand that this is just a natural orientation for me and that I find beauty in objects and can sense their energy. I hope it is like a Horcrux. Quote, I want people to see how happy the chandeliers make me and how much they've enriched my life.
her. Great.
I'm not hurting anyone by entering into a relationship with them. I'm simply,
not.
this is what I love too. And like I said, not everybody in Dumb People Town is bad, but they're always characters. I'm not hurting anyone by entering a relationship with these things. I'm just simply following my heart.
I just don't like that the chandelier's a woman.
I don't need to. That's where I draw the line.
Why
You can do what you want.
But
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta make it that?
I mean, you called it a man's name, Lumiere.
That's what
Yeah,
they did
power
in the
to
new
her.
Beauty and the Beast. I agree. All right, that's story 2.
Story 2, down in the books. I love it. That was actually a really sweet story. What are we
I
looking
know.
at in story
God
2?
invented Adam and Eve, not Adam and Eve menthols. Like that would be a shirt that someone who fights like objective.
I want to
Right,
read
right.
you. I'm going to read you
It's
this
not
headline.
Adam and Sconce.
I was trying to
that's
think of
okay.
one.
That's
Hang on a second.
delightful.
I knew I would start.
Wait,
to
it
get-
isn't?
I'll be honest. I haven't been listening this entire time because I've literally been trying to think of an Adam and Eve joke.
That's fine.
That was
I said it's
related.
not
It's not
Adam
Adam and Eve. It's Adam
And
and
then,
then
yeah.
like chandelier related,
Yeah.
and then you just did it. Just
Adam and Sconce.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to read you guys the headline for our third story. But you have to. Everyone has to promise me we have to go straight to break because you're going to want to run with this.
There's nothing on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
We're going to go straight to break.
Yep, straight to break after you say this.
Can we
I'm not even
quickly
going to
decide where we're gonna eat during the break?
Yes,
Yes, of
Before we-
course.
During the
Okay.
break.
I was thinking Lowry's Steakhouse. Is
Okay.
that okay? Good. All right.
Grieving daughter to sprinkle mother's ashes on turkey and pudding for Christmas dinner.
We'll be right back.
Ooh.
We'll be right back.
Hey there, Adam Conover here. Humans Who Make Games is my podcast where I sit down with the people who created some of your favorite video games and have the kind of long-form personal conversation we so rarely get to hear. We talk about how they got into the industry, what their favorite games were growing up, and what it's like working in the trenches of this century's greatest new art form. This season, we've got a whole batch of new interviews for you. I talked to Kim Swift from Portal, Alex Preston from Hyperlight Drifter, Anna McGill from Control, and Alex Beecham from the game Outer Wilds. Whether you love video games or you just love learning more about other artists' creative process, I can guarantee you're going to love this podcast. So, you can get Season 2 of Humans Who Make Games wherever you get your podcasts. Take a listen.
Welcome back, guys.
Okay.
This is we are in segment 3 of Dumb People Town. We have a live Dumb People Town that is happening.
Yes.
This weekend.
Yes, this
at
Sunday.
the San Francisco Sketch Comedy Festival.
Oh, very fun.
Fun.
Who are your
Uh,
guests? Or is
It's
that
our
secret?
guest. No, our guest is Scott Thompson. What
Fun.
better place?
Fun.
Kids in the
That's
hall.
so cool.
Major.
It's going to be so much fun. And the night before, you guys are doing a headlining show, and I'm doing a Wahlberg solution.
You're doing your Wahlberg
with
solution.
Scott Adsit, Kevin
Beautiful.
Pollack.
Beautiful.
Cole Stratton and Kenny Stevenson.
What is a
love it.
Wahlberg solution?
So the character that I do, Mark Wahlberg, little peek behind the curtain for anybody who doesn't know.
Uh-huh.
I just come out and I talk like this, dude. And
That's so good.
we treat it like politically incorrect. I do a panel discussion with real fucking news topics, and
I
me and my
love
famous
it.
friends figure this fucking shit out, dude.
It's
He's
unbelievable.
in the
love it.
room.
Dude,
love it.
you
I
fucking
love
kidding
it.
me right now? That's
Oh
all
my
we do, bro.
God.
That's
I
all we
love
do.
it.
And the
in
only
the room.
person that will never be on my show ever,
Mark Wahlberg.
Donnie.
Donnie, his
Wahlberg.
brother. You don't want to let him
I'm
on
fucking
because
giving
he's
that
going to
to
talk
Donnie.
about
I'm not gonna
give him
Wahlburgers.
too
Dude,
much
for me,
credit.
that's like just pure Departed.
I've given him the fucking house. What else do I need to give this kid?
Don't put a fucking rat on the thing.
wow.
It's so good. All right,
So yeah, it'll be. It's so great at Sketchfest because Scott Adset is being himself, and Kevin Pollak, if he wants to, can be anybody he wants. Or
Anyone.
himself. But then other people like Kenny Stevenson is going to be Nicolas Cage, and so we have other people be celebrity, and it's real news topics, and we just fucking
It's McLaughlin.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Super fun.
That's quite an impression.
Oh, thanks.
So
bud.
check that
I
out.
might fly out.
Come
do
on
it.
to see
Fly
it.
up.
Oh,
Fly
crash
up.
it.
Yeah.
Fly up. And then we'll be in at the.
You want to?
Do it. And
We'll
we'll
get
be
sushi.
We'll be at the Bell House in New York,
Love the
doing
Bell House.
shows with our guests are Christina and Corinne from Guys We Fucked. So those guys are our guests on this live Dumb People Town that we're doing on the 25th.
I think that's almost sold out, so we might have to add a second show.
Add a second show.
Let's
Fly
do
out for that, John.
people.
You-
Okay,
Okay,
fly out for
you
that.
fly
You
out
guys
for
want to
that.
fly out for that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do that.
Good.
You guys
I have a
just be-
lot of miles.
Yes.
That's
No,
so
we
weird.
want you to pay for it. But
you
By
need
the
to
way,
pay for it.
I'd
weird
rather you
thing
don't
to
use
brag
it.
about
So many miles.
on just one airline.
No, in fact, I truly don't have so many miles, which is so embarrassing because
It's
I
so
for years
stupid. Me too.
didn't have the programs because I was like, I can't fucking
Me too.
make I can't
Me
figure
too.
it out.
It's too stressful.
too
get
much
a
to sign up.
number.
Yeah,
sign up.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, so I have to have a username and a password.
that's too much.
And I was like, I can't. And then just years
I know,
of
and-
wasted,
I know.
just burning,
Me
just hemorrhaging money.
All right, you guys ready to do this?
Yes.
I'm
No.
feeling all of the people who
John
are like,
is
please
not.
get into this headline.
John, how do we get you in the head to do this?
Oh no.
Oh, will you just follow along? You jump in if you
Going
want,
to the
buddy.
Sugar Fish on Ventura.
Okay, he's in.
This was sent in by Eric James Hiltner
What a name.
The Edward James Almost of Hiltners.
at
Did you call him
EJH.
Edward James Almost.
Almost.
Yeah, why not? At EJH
I
underscore
almost got it right.
3K.
You almost got it.
Grieving Deborah Parsons will have her mom Doreen for Christmas dinner this year by
the way,
scattering her ashes on the
Grieving
turkey.
Deborah Parsons sounds like a
Great
like
band.
a rom com.
That's a huge indie.
Yeah, yeah.
met-
Sundance 2021.
They met at
Yeah.
a funeral.
Pieces of April.
Katie Holmes? No.
Yes.
From the people
Patricia Clarkson.
from the people who brought you Nebraska. It's Grieving Deborah Parsons. We'll have her mom Doreen
Oliver
for Christmas dinner this year by scattering her ashes on the turkey and then tucking in. And for dessert, she'll enjoy Christmas pudding with a dusting of her mom's last remains as well.
Okay, first of all, did the mother want this? Because it sounds
That's a great
I don't
question.
think
I kept
that's-
wondering.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Does
want
the
you
person
to consume me post death.
Yeah, I mean that is it is a very primal thing, right? Like
I get it.
I don't crave it,
personally?
but I can see how the brain could actually want that in a real
Well, we'll
way.
get there. Deborah, 41, has felt the urge to eat Doreen's ashes since she died in May and has had a small spoonful most days to, quote, feel as close as possible to
This is
her.
a TLC
Grief
show.
is so.
What was that? A spoonful
Hard.
of mother makes the medicine go down?
Yes,
No.
that's exactly what it was.
Wait a
Yep,
minute.
No, that's it. That's it. Moving
that
on.
it?
Nope,
Eating
that's
her
it. That's
won't
something
take away your pain, sweetheart.
By the
Right.
way, I'm going to say that she dreamed of eating her mother's ashes before her mother died.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
This is
Yeah.
dated way back.
As she faces Christmas without her, the craving becomes even stronger. Quote, "It's the only thing that will get me through my first Christmas without my mom," says Deborah. "People might think I'm mad or that it's not a very respectful thing to do, but I just can't stop myself." So she's not arguing with anybody who says you shouldn't be doing
She's
it.
like, I just
saying,
can't stop.
I can't stop.
I just can't stop myself that is an admission of addiction. Like,
yeah.
like you should be able to stop yourself from everything.
But then she spins it. What are you going to say, Rand?
Well, John, what were we going to say?
Well, I was just gonna say this. Like, what is the thing about this story that's any different from what's her face?
Chandelier head?
Chandelier Girl. You know what I mean? It's
Consumption.
like if we knew her sexual practices with the chandeliers, if it was like and every night I,
Mount the
Every night I
then maybe
install
we'd be
the
like,
electric-
okay. But because this involves like the eating of the ashes,
consuming
like, we
of
actually
another
know
human
about
being.
that.
Yeah.
But I think this actually might be just another thing where it's like, do what you got to do.
I know, but
So here, I
I
have
feel
so
like
many
whatever
questions.
works.
But would your mom be like, yeah, do it? Because if my energy exists beyond this body form, I'd be like, please, guys, don't eat my ashes.
Yes,
Please don't eat
yes.
my ashes.
Does it
course.
taste good? It can't taste good.
a
No.
little
Right?
chalky?
You'd be surprised.
A little chalky?
Really?
You'd be surprised. Okay.
Surprised.
All right. fair enough.
I've never tried it, so I'm like literally asking, does it taste good? If it does not taste good, yes, you have to sprinkle it over
Deborah
turkey
says,
and whatnot.
quote, I see it as a positive thing.
Hang on a
allowing-
second. Why is someone in England celebrating things? Oh, is it Christmas Day?
Yes.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
I thought it was Thanksgiving.
She says, quote, I see it as a positive thing, allowing her to be close to me and also involving her in the family day. There's a million ways to do
Put
that.
the urn on the table.
and call it
and
a
do
day.
a toast.
That's right.
I feel like she
Puts the
can
urn in the
clink with
basket.
the
urn, and there you go.
I feel like she can live on by being inside of me because she's a part of me and she can breathe through my body. My breath is her breath.
Whoa.
You're her daughter. She's already living
That's
on
hot.
through you.
Yeah, that is so hot. Oh my god.
In an edible way. That's hot.
Quote, it'll be my first Christmas without her, and I want her to be involved, and this is the only way that feels right to me. I'd say take a poll, like ask around. Ask your friends, like, what are some other ways this might feel right?
Leftover mom on Boxing Day?
That's true.
I'm going to show you
Hey,
guys a picture of her.
Did you put that leftover mom in the...
Her expression is more like, what
That's-
the fuck?
that's
What
just
the
ash.
what the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
Wait, is she
She's
holding
eating the
ash?
ashes. Yeah. Yes.
She's mixing it in.
What is that? A cup with
Like a
ashes
little dish
Yeah.
that she's poured some of her mom's
It's
ashes
like a mise en
into.
place dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she
got. I mean, this kind of picture though is like she got a chunk of change for this article.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Look at her expression. Her expression is like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Excuse me. By the way, she does have... What is she? This Yorkshire
what?
pudding right there.
Oh, yeah,
so it's
she's
like
got
a
it all.
traditional
Is that like-
English Christmas.
Is that pudding? Is that like
It's
the one that's
bread.
made out of
bread? So it's
Oh.
It's
fat.
really good.
It's the fat from the turkey.
It's so good.
It is
Yeah.
so
My
good.
mom makes
salty
it.
pudding?
Amazing.
Is it savory?
It's bread. It's like puffed up
It's
bread.
like a
Yeah,
puffed
yum.
up, like a beautiful roll.
It's gorgeous.
so to speak, but it's a little eggy too. So
Let's
there's
all
egg in
talk
there.
about food for Kate, who's starving.
So hungry right now.
now.
She's
Like a
fading
Dutch
away.
I've literally only had a tangerine.
What?
And like 2 inches of coffee.
God.
Are we gonna get job after
So
this?
after the funeral and cremation, Deborah began to think that what she would do with Doreen's ashes, but rejected the traditional idea of scattering them at a beauty spot that her mom loved. So she knows somewhere her mom would love to have
Yeah.
them
Honor her
scattered.
wishes. That's the best way to.
Oh,
that's the best
This
thing
is
to
making
do.
me so sad. I'm
I
like,
know.
It wasn't
I'm just
something I
thinking
ever
about-
thought about, she said.
Give some placebo ashes to her.
There you
Yeah.
go. I decided I wanted to do something with her ashes that would make a difference in how we would remember her. I just don't want to scatter her because that'd feel like throwing her away.
You know, I've heard about. There's a jeweler here in LA who makes jewelry from loved ones' bones.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And my mother was at a dinner party and was like admiring this woman's necklace and was like,
this woman's
Netflix.
Her Netflix.
I'm having a stroke. Literally.
She's.
You have some great.
Your cue is.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
And I love what Netflix is suggesting for you.
Yeah.
It says so many great things. I'm sorry.
You recently watched? You just have.
Just
No,
really
so-
admiring your Netflix.
But she was like, she was admiring the necklace, and this woman was like, "It's my mother's collarbone."
Whoa.
wait,
And
but
they-
what was the collarbone?
They like take the bones and either gold plate the bones
Ooh,
or
and
something.
Then, and then it's like
and then
a
you can
chunky piece
wear-
of
yeah.
jewelry.
Statement. That is
I
a
kinda get
statement
it.
necklace.
I mean, I definitely get it, and it is weird. How, that would have been a totally acceptable.
I would wear
thing
your
in, like-
bones,
Oh my, that's like the most beautiful.
By the way, I would
thing.
absolutely
my
wear your
God.
bones, truly.
but my fear is just like losing the jewelry.
I know.
could you
because I do
imagine?
that shit all the
Yeah.
time.
Me on a plane from Milan to JFK, I
Oh my
left
God.
John in the
I left
hotel
him in
bidet.
Oh God!
So she didn't want to, quote, throw her mom away. 2
I would
months.
love to find out that all the chunky jewelry at Chico's is just people's
dead,
bones.
old.
Bones. Just
Yeah,
bones.
yeah.
Women who used to shop here 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's just now we've got them all.
2 months later, one of Deborah's 2 sisters, who are, not were, are unaware of her unorthodox ritual,
Until now.
delivered her share of the ashes to her home. At first, I kept them in a plastic sandwich bag. That's also not cool.
No.
Yeah.
That seems like way too casual.
Well,
with
for someone who's so desperate to try and do something meaningful with their mother's ashes, like
Just
to keep it in a Ziploc.
Ziploc
bag.
bag.
What I put in a Ziploc bag is when I make mac and cheese at the house and there's leftover powdered cheese from on top. I put that in a Ziploc bag. I don't put a human being doesn't go into a sandwich bag.
By the way, that
is it traditional top or is it
the actual zip top?
Yep.
Zip top plastic bags?
Trust. I mean,
Imagine you always trust.
You can put
that.
pasta sauce in a Ziploc and turn it upside down, and the clip
you can
will
throw
hold.
it around the house. Nothing's gonna happen to that.
Yeah.
Imagine these sisters. She's like, "Do you read that article about me yet?" No, I haven't. Why? Just check it out. Just check it out.
Just wondering.
Call me after you check it out.
I love that we were giving her a southern accent.
Why not? Then I got a little box
I'm an
from them,
expatriate. I live in London.
so I could have them on display. Don't matter what I did. I just
Oh, what?
couldn't
I can't be from Georgia and live in London? Why?
get that feeling of closeness.
I like the feeling of soot.
It's so fun out here. All right.
But one day, when she was missing her mom more than usual, Deborah had a moment of inspiration. It's one way to put it.
A spoonful every day. Just
I
a
don't know
little-
what made me do it the first time. It was just an urge. I can't describe it. Then all they wrote in the next line of this article, salty. Then they wrote another line.
What?
I opened the box and licked my fingers and just dipped them into the powder. Before I knew what I was doing, they were in my mouth, and the chalky, salty taste was comforting. I'm sorry if anybody's eating lunch while listening to this, or wanting to eat lunch like Kate and listening to this.
Chalky, salty
The hunger's
taste.
still there, folks.
I felt
Still there, even
confused.
after
I just imagine like bits of her mom
But it
around
gave-
her mouth.
But it gave me solace.
A little bit of your mom's.
Each day, the urge became harder and harder to resist. As Christmas nears, she's planning to take her secret to the next level. Not a secret anymore.
No.
She added, I've been having a little taste most days, sometimes a finger on a spoon.
Yeah, you just take
On my
the-
finger on a spoon. On Christmas gets closer, I feel the urge even more. Christmas is a special time of year, and I
How
want
much
to be
do you
close
get
with
in
the
there?
ones you love.
I get a finger and a spoon in there. That's all I fit in there. It's terrible.
But I'd like my mom to be a part of the celebration this year, so I'll have her with my Christmas dinner. We will have a place laid for her and a picture of her on the table so that she can be with us on that very special day. Stop there.
Yeah,
I know.
that's enough.
Just
Here's what
stop
I would suggest as a
right
compromise:
there.
is sprinkle a little bit, like truly just a little bit in the champagne.
Oh, that's
There you
lovely.
go. Little bubbly.
Drink
Yeah.
Little bubbly.
little Christmas champagne.
We'll get-
Or snort like a little of your mom with some Coke. I
Yeah,
mean,
that happens,
Like a
right?
little, yeah.
6 feet under.
Cut her,
With
yeah.
some, the cheese powder.
With the cheese powder from my
Cheese
mac
powder,
and cheese and a
yeah,
little bit of
your
cocaine.
mom,
Just
and
a little bit of Molly.
Yes.
Just a tiny little bit, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be
You're gonna have a
seeing
great
your mom.
night. You're gonna have a great night. You're gonna connect with your mom in a way that you can't do this. I'm sorry. I would actually be on board with this for this woman if she was an only child.
See, that's why I'm an only child, and I'm kind of like, I get it.
You get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with two sisters who don't know you're doing this.
You got to get the sign off from them before you start eating your mom. You got to get
That's a good rule for life, Jason
Even just
Sklar.
like a group
family
text
meeting.
chain. Hey, I'm doing this. If I don't hear back from you, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then if you don't respond, then it's kind of
I'm
on
still
you.
going, yeah.
I'm going to eat mom. But you got to jump in on this text chain, or I'm going to send an email to the three of us. She didn't do that.
No.
It was a surprise to them. You
She
can't do that.
definitely has the text. Well, you didn't want to keep her ashes like in the chamber.
She's ready to go.
Like we're ready to
Right,
fire that
right.
one off.
I'm the one who da-da-da.
We'll get
like,
out of here
with relation
on
to
this.
a dead mom.
Deborah's fiance, who we have agreed not to name, has supported her through her grief, and they plan to marry next year. I'm lucky that my loved ones understand what I'm doing. Not your sisters, because you haven't told them,
they're
said
not loved
Deborah.
ones.
And I know my mom would have been happy for me to do whatever I needed to
No, you
get
don't.
over no longer having
Well,
her
maybe not.
in my life.
Now, I mean everything. That's a little bit everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized I have an amazing way to bring this all full circle.
Let's do it.
Please.
Please.
So when my house burned down,
Oh God.
Me. My house burned down.
but I have never realized how funny this story is. This woman, this sweet woman from my church, took me out to buy. She took me and my sister out separately to buy gifts for people in the family, to replace the Christmas tree.
Super
Yeah.
cool.
So sweet. And I bought my mom. This is insane because she was reading this at the time the house burned down. I bought my mom that book, Angela's Ashes.
No!
And I was 8 years old.
That'll
I was
make
oh,
anybody
she was
feel
reading
better.
This. And I remember there being some level of this is hilarious. Our house is burned down. You're buying me Angela's
Yeah,
Ashes. And I never
You didn't get
understood
it.
how funny it
Here
was.
you
My
go.
mom
But she was
also.
thank you.
read Angel's Ashes. Like,
was huge. I know. Frank
On my
McCourt.
mother's
Frank
nightstand
McCourt.
for so long.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
Our
remember
mom had that. Our mom had that and Clan of the Cave Bear.
Yeah.
That was the other book.
I don't know that.
Old
Pema
for you guys.
Shondon.
I
Or whatever.
remember
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Frank
Yeah.
McCourt's appearance on Oprah. That
Oh
show
my
was
God.
so big.
right, because was that one of the first like Oprah book club?
Yes,
books?
I think it was.
And the
I think it
Poisonwood
really was.
Bible by Barbara Kingsolver.
Yes.
Oh.
also Barbarians
And
at the
Patchett.
Gate.
Yes. Yes.
The
And Pat-
Bonfire of the Vanities.
You guys are high. My mom,
Pat-
it was just Danielle Steele novels.
Yeah.
That was like all throughout.
Mom read
A
it.
Barbara Kingsolver novel is like, here I am, I'm in New Mexico, I'm in love with this
I love
Indian man from the
Chicos.
reservation, and he's showing me places in my town that I've never seen before. Let's be in this pueblo in this home that's
Let's
made
be
out
in
of-
this pueblo together, all of us, guys.
Yeah.
Can we be
Yeah.
in
You can't
this?
burn this pueblo down.
No.
It's made of adobe.
This
That is that's an amazing
Isn't that
story.
crazy?
That is crazy.
love that.
And I never
So
realized it was
funny.
funny till now. I should talk to her and be like, "Did you guys think it was so funny?"
Yeah.
that I got it.
Did you know that was the moment I was going to go into comedy?
No, not you. Did you know that at that moment that Randy was going to go into comedy?
yes.
When you bought Angel's Ashes?
No, when he told this story, now I've made the decision to go into comedy.
There you go.
I think you guys should both go into comedy. I'm not just saying
I
that.
don't
Thank
know.
Just based on what you guys did in here today,
Really?
I think about it and you don't
Either
have
go
to.
into comedy or go to Nozawa.
Okay.
Guys?
All right, we have one more. We have one more little special thing here before
Yeah,
we get
we
out
have
of here.
we have a voicemail.
I mean, I do think I am a lover of like sort of the chaotic. And
Me too.
And you are. You love a good chaos
I've
theory.
always said there's actually
I can't
a
hear you.
pattern.
I can't.
Yeah, can you speak up just a little bit? I can't. What?
There's actually a mechanism even behind chaos.
people.
wow.
You can hear
There's a
people looking at their
design.
phone.
Yeah.
It's too loud, right? It's too loud.
Can you tone it down just to
Yeah,
bring
just
it
if we
down?
can take it back just a notch.
Chaos is a ladder.
You think there's a mechanism behind chaos? A mechanism behind chaos.
I think that even where we don't see design, that chaos is in itself design.
So wait, so you're saying that chaos
guys, I'm
itself
sorry.
has a structure?
Could you just? We're over here trying to talk, and you guys could just.
I'm just trying to understand that there's.
I know, but we're
structure
trying to have our
behind
own
the chaos.
conversation.
I
There's a
understand.
structure behind the chaos.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
Just a little
Exactly.
bit lower.
It's a chaotic structure.
Just
There's a structure.
Would you call it a chaotic structure, even though there's?
I would, and I have in my book.
What was your book called?
Why now?
Okay. Pick up the book. Why now?
Why not?
Along with Angela's Ashes.
Along with Angela's Ashes.
Clan of the Cave Bear.
Clan of the Cave Bear, Bonfire of the Vanities, all that stuff. No, but I do like a good and we received a chaotic voicemail recently from Chris Christopherson, which for him again is like normal. This
Yeah,
is
that is his
everyday life
baseline.
for him.
That's his baseline.
And we wanted to play that. We'll play that right now.
Great.
You have one new voice message.
Hey, boys. It's me, Chris Christopherson. And, you know, I've been listening to your little radio show that you do on my phone radio, and I think like I have a story for you that I think would be very perfect for your show about a dumb person just doing some dumb stuff. So the story goes like this. The year is 1975, and a young man by the name of Chris Christopherson has decided to go down to Mexico to find Jesus. Well, this man, not me, Chris Christopherson, but the person from the story, Chris Christopherson, has decided to go into a large church to find Jesus. But I'll tell you what he did find was a large shipment of bananas. And these bananas had been eaten because an alligator had gotten loose from a zoo, and that alligator's name was Chris Christopherson. And so when the alligator Chris Christopherson ate all those banana peels, all those bananas, the peels went everywhere. And then the person from the story, Chris Christopherson, walked into that church and he slipped and he fell on about 100 different banana peels. The man from the story, Chris Christopherson, fell on the banana peels that the crocodile, Chris Christopherson, had eaten. And that's me, Chris Christopherson, telling you this story for your show. You're welcome. All right, I got to get back to knitting this sweater that I'm making for my dog.
Wait Wait a second.
Wait
There's
a time.
Actually, nothing chaotic about that
No,
whatsoever.
it
That-
seemed to follow
whoa.
suit.
Made a lot of sense. It always makes a lot of sense. Guys, thank you for coming on and doing the show.
It was so
What a
fun. A lot of
joy.
laughs.
So fun.
What a
Thank you.
joy.
It was
You
so easy
revealed
breezy.
so much, John.
Oh yeah.
I now
went
know
deep.
so much about
And
you. The
Kate did
Berlant.
too with her fires.
Thank you, and I'm an only child.
And
Yes.
an only child who lit fires in stairways. That's just, oh my God.
New York.
I know.
Boom.
That's why I think why we were so drawn to each other.
You got,
Can I have a new name for your book, your chaos
Yeah.
book?
Yeah.
The Stairway Arsonist?
That's
good.
Yeah.
The rooftop arsonist or the stairway arsonist?
Stairwell arsonist.
Right after I said why now, I thought Daddy bought a Roomba. I want to start doing Roomba
Based
erotic
comedy.
fan fiction.
Roomba erotic fan fiction?
Like the Roomba came in,
Yeah, and you're like, first you're like,
and then it gets up on the bed.
yeah.
It rolls up the side.
Yeah, and you let it happen.
What's it doing? What's it do? Just
I think
let
you
it
mi-
do
I
it.
thi- and the woman says to the Roomba, or the
Yeah.
man says to the Roomba, I think you missed a spot. And that's when
Oh
it
my God.
all goes.
It's self-docking.
You can get in all the corners, even though it's round.
See
By the
you
way,
on the
I
next
bet it would
go-round.
feel good.
It's digitally mapping the terrain.
Daddy bought a Roomba. Kate Berlant, John Early. Again, for our fans, go check out their Netflix character.
Thank you.
Bless
And,
you.
their character specials are great. And then
555.
go to Vimeo. Go to check out
Honey, go to
555.
Vimeo.
Go to
$4.
Vimeo.
Honey.
And your Tonight Show spot.
Oh, yeah,
thanks.
it's so
Oh
funny.
my God, it's so good.
And
Great
Pieces
stuff.
of April is available for streaming.
Piece of April available
Still.
on
Still.
Laserdisc.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
streaming it straight from a Laserdisc.
Yeah.
You have to
so-
call Oliver Platt, and he will send you a copy.
I do want to watch it. I've never seen Pieces of April.
I've seen it. I've seen
Afternoon
it. I've seen
feature.
it.
5
Right.
easy pieces of April. All right, guys, that's it. And shit, we got to get back to work.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Thanks.